Hey everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both eye-opening and deeply concerning: Britain's struggle with youth unemployment and the broader implications of its austerity policies. It's a story that highlights the long-term consequences of decisions made in the name of fiscal responsibility, and it's a wake-up call for a much-needed shift in how we invest in our future. First things first, let's talk about the numbers. Britain is facing a crisis with its young people, with a staggering 1 in 4 feeling like they don't have a fair shot at success. This isn't just about joblessness, it's about a generation that's been left feeling disengaged and disheartened. The post-2008 crash austerity years and the shadow of the COVID pandemic have taken a toll, leaving public services in a state of decline. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Alan Milburn's review into youth unemployment is a crucial piece of the puzzle. The fact that 1 million young people are not in education, employment, or training, NEET, is more than just a jobs market issue. It's a reflection of a broader failure in our society. The austerity years have played a significant role, but it's not the only factor. Labor's management of the economy, the AI revolution, and the cost of living crisis are all contributing to this crisis. One of the most striking aspects is how early the roots of this problem can be traced. Milburn highlights that the risk of a child becoming NEET can be linked back to their preschool years. This means that the education policy changes, cuts in youth services, and the broader public sector changes over the past 16 years have had a profound impact on this generation. Let's break down some of the numbers. Youth services in England have seen a 76% cut, resulting in a loss of £1.3 billion. That's a massive hit to programs that support young people. Meanwhile, per-pupil spending for schools has been frozen for 14 years, and investment in school buildings has collapsed by a quarter, with many schools affected by the crumbling concrete crisis. The tragedy here is that we're spending more on the consequences of these failures rather than investing in prevention. For every £1 spent on employment support, we're spending £25 on benefits. This is a clear indication of a system that's not just broken but is getting worse. Sure Start, a program designed to support families, is another cautionary tale. The Conservatives' decision to scrap these family hubs led to a shift in spending, with more going towards crisis management and less on prevention. This pattern is repeated across government, with a focus on firefighting rather than prevention. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The NHS provides a clear example of the benefits of investing in prevention. As much as 40% of the NHS budget goes towards treating preventable conditions, and the costs are staggering. Preventable illnesses account for half of GP appointments and 70% of inpatient hospital bed days. But here's the kicker: investing in prevention could boost GDP by 2% and generate a £72 billion dividend for the public finances. The Office for Budget Responsibility supports this idea, stating that investing in prevention could keep the spiraling health budget in check. In a better health scenario, the national debt would be significantly lower by the 2070s. But the challenge is real. The NEET crisis costs the economy and government finances £125 billion a year and rising. So, what's the way forward? Andy Burnham's task is to end this short-sighted approach and rebuild a preventive state. It's a challenging task for a prime minister in a tight fiscal predicament, but the alternative is a country hamstrung by the costs of failure. Britain is already paying the price for a crumbling NHS, rising welfare bill, and a jobs market that's not providing opportunities for young people. In conclusion, Milburn's review is a critical test for Britain. Will we grasp the nettle and rebuild a preventive state, or will we settle for a country where young people feel lost? The answer lies in our ability to invest in our future and break the cycle of austerity and its consequences. Thanks for watching, and let's keep the conversation going.